Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Friday the 10th of February. Here we have the tables in front of us. We have two types of tables. We have the trend traders table and the day traders table. These are showing us the same studies but just highlighting different time frames. Here you can see the currencies are highlighted in green. That means there is a confluence between these two trading time frames, and that's where we'll be focusing our attention in these videos. The tables auto update every 15 minutes 24/7, so if you are a member you can see how the markets stand right now in real time. So what are the tables telling us today? Well, the yen tops both of the trading tables as the strongest currency. That is then followed by the Swiss franc as the second strongest currency on the trend traders, but only the third strongest on the day traders. The New Zealand dollar tops the trend traders, however, is only the second weakest on the day traders. Euro is the third weakest on the trend traders, but tops the day traders as the weakest currency. So we're going to dive into euro yen, but then going to flick over to euro dollar that we talked about yesterday and just show you how that one got on, because we did get the rejection of the level and managed to get a good ride out of that one. So let's go take a look at euro yen first. Euro yen a little bit different to euro US dollar. It's not as clean as euro US dollar. You can see that we've been trading within a higher time frame kind of bullish channel. If I actually just zoom out a level and go to the weekly time frame, actually that was pretty good there. You can see that we've been trading within this bullish channel through here. We then came up into sort of the 148.50 handle. We've then since kind of formed this downward trend in the market. Now we've recently traded outside of that bullish channel. We've come back up into an area of resistance at 142.75, and price is just kind of trading between that level and the 138 handle at the moment. I think from the bigger picture, 136 looks to be a good target for price, especially if we just quickly jump up to the monthly time frame. That area is a really nice level of support. So if price was to continue bearish and move down to the 136 before a move up, could be an option for price there. Now, looking at the weekly candle, we obviously gapped up with the yen this week, and then the yen strengthened, and with the combination of that and the euro weakness, price has really driven to the downside. So we've ended up breaking last week's low. Now, if I go to the daily time frame, you can see that already we've kind of traded a significant way. Okay, so today's price action has seen a move of 197 pips. So that's quite significant in the market already, and that means that price may not move a hell of a lot more than that today. We may actually just see a internal sort of movement, but that's okay, especially for day trades and opportunities. Now, if I go to the 8-hour chart, you can see this in a little bit more depth, that we've come down into that 138 handle. We've rallied into the 142.75, back to the 138, back to the 142.75. So if price is going to continue down, the 138 should definitely be the target that we look for within this range. However, how do we look for opportunities around that? So if I just keep going down the time frames, you can see that we had that sort of consolidation pullback, very similar to what we saw on euro US dollar, but we came back into this area here where price kind of paused in the market before continuing down. We rejected that area in here, big strong move to the downside. At the moment we're failing at this previous low that formed back in the 2nd of February. So we've got to see price trade below that. However, what we may see first is a pullback and then the continuation move. Now, if you're a day trader, you want to be looking for that pullback. Now, there's multiple different areas we can look to do that. If I just delete this for a second and reapply it, you've got multiple sort of lows running through here. Now, I like to look at where the sort of demand came from. So you can see the sort of 200 moving average there, very flat 200 moving average at the 141.10 handle. However, you can see price has fairly, reacted quite well around it. Okay, so it's had a fairly decent reaction every time we kind of either come to the other side of it or kind of jump above it a little bit. We seem to get a reaction around it, and that's because we're trading in the middle of the range there. Now, what I would like to see is a decent pullback. Now, like I said, I like to sell from where that kind of supply or demand zone has kind of kicked off, because that to me is where sellers have got aggressive in the market. So if price was to return back to that area, would sellers be aggressive again? It's very much like here where we talked about price paused, aggressive selling came in, price paused, aggressive selling came in, price has then slowly made its way back up, sellers have defended the level and pushed price down. Very similar to that is what I want to see happen again, really. Either a slow build up or a move back up towards the 141 spot 10 and then look for a short idea down to 138. Now, obviously price may not do that. You know, that's why I highlighted this little zone in here. Price may not want to come all the way back up there. Price may only want to come up into the lows, consolidate, and then continue. But the important thing is, here, you'd want to see some decent build up before looking for your short again. I wouldn't want price to just spike into here, trade down, because that may lead to higher highs and higher lows forming. I'd want to see price failing to get above that zone there in order to trade to the downside. And that's around about the 140 spot 40 handle through there. So one to watch there on Euro Yen. Euro dollar yesterday performed pretty much as we described it would. If you just have a look at the tables, we can see yesterday the dollar features as S2. It is S3 on the trend traders. Hasn't quite made it on the day traders today. So not really looking at this market for any kind of momentum, but price performed pretty much as we discussed. We wanted to see price false break above the 1.0775 handle, 1.0775 handle I should say, and we got that nice false break out there. So if you were looking for that false break move, there's a really nice sort of triple top on the 15-minute time frame. You can kind of see it all in there. If we go to a 5, you can really kind of see it. You know, consolidation means that, you know, sellers are building around this position. Well, we know it's sellers because price sold off, but yeah, there's a really nice sort of 60 pip move to be had there, especially if you were selling towards this top here. So yeah, really nice level of interest. Selling after, even if you sold after the breakout to the downside, there was still 50 pips to be had from that move yesterday. Now price has kind of traded through this area. You know, I want to see if a lower high forms and price continues down, because we're expecting euro weakness in the market. So definitely still one to watch. However, the momentum is more with the yen than it is the dollar today. So euro yen is the one to watch. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.